Rejection is God's protection when life doesn't reward your effort. Okay, can we just normalize having a pity party every once in a while? Seriously, like not unpacking your bags and moving into pity party village forever, but can we just agree that sometimes life punches you in the face and you are allowed to say, well, this sucks? Because this week, that was me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey friends, welcome back to Coffee, Chaos, and Community, where we pull up a chair, grab another cup of coffee, or if it's been one of those weeks, maybe a glass of wine, and just connect the dots. You guys know I don't come on here pretending I've got it all figured out. Half the time I'm connecting the dots while I'm talking to you. And honestly, I think that's the way this podcast is supposed to be. This is why this podcast even exists. So I had this really exciting opportunity come up. One of those opportunities where you're thinking, oh my gosh, this actually makes so much sense. It fit. It complemented what I'm already building. The interview went amazing, like really amazing. I walked away thinking, okay, I think this actually might happen. And then I got the email. The department decided to pause hiring. Not me, not someone else. Everybody. Just poof. Freaking gone. Yeah, I know. And I'm not gonna lie, I threw myself a little pity party. Not a giant one, just a respectable size pity party. You know, the kind where you replay every conversation in your head. Maybe I should have answered that question differently. Maybe I smiled weird. Maybe I talked too much. Maybe my hair didn't look good enough. Okay, that last one is probably accurate, and I definitely know I talked way too much. But here is what I've been thinking about all week. I don't actually think I was grieving the job, to be honest. I think I was grieving the future I had already started imagining. You know, when you have like a slam dunk interview or something just went really well, then you start like reminiscing about like, what is your life going to look like with this new job? What is it going to look like with this or that? And those feelings about envisioning your future and not necessarily grieving, say, the lost job or the lost whatever, like those are two very different things. So I had already written the next chapter in my head. I was playing this all out. I had already pictured how beautifully it would have fit into everything else I'm building. Then someone closed the book before I even got to read the chapter. And that frickin' hurts. And honestly, I don't think this was just about the job. I think that we do this all the time. We grieve the life we thought we'd be living, the relationship, the baby, the promotion, the house, the acceptance letter, the business, the version of ourselves we thought we'd be by now. Sometimes we're not grieving what happened, we're grieving what we thought was going to happen. I swear, I walked through every stage. Denial. Maybe they'll call me back. Frustration. Why would they even interview people? Yes, that was one of my big ones. Like, why would you interview me twice? Like, come on. A little bit of anger. Okay, a little bit of anger showed up for sure. So a little bit of anger, and yes, I picked apart every single thing I said. And then finally, acceptance. Not because I stopped caring, because something finally clicked for me. And this is where it gets interesting. I started asking myself, why was I chasing that opportunity so hard? And the answer kind of surprised me because the next level of my own business feels a bit scary, like really scary actually. Growing Coastal Palms Concierge Nursing and Wellness into something bigger, like partnering with physicians and hospitalists, adding IV therapy, building a team, creating something that could eventually help so many more people, that's exciting. Like, really freaking exciting. But it's also very intimidating. It's like the unknown, it's risky. And if I'm really honest, I think a tiny part of me was looking for something that felt safer. Like something someone else had already built, like proof of concept was already met. Yeah, I know these are self deprecating thoughts, and I'm working on it. I think entrepreneurs do this all the time. We look around, we see somebody else having this massive breakthrough. Someone lands the dream client, somebody's business explodes, somebody hit what looks like the lottery. And if we're honest for just a second, their success makes us start questioning our own. Not because we aren't happy for them. Like, let's not mistake this. It's not because we're not happy for them. We are, we truly are. But comparison whispers. If it happened for them, why not me? Why not me? Why? And then I realized I'm asking the wrong question. The question isn't why them. The question is, who am I becoming while I'm waiting? Because maybe someone else's breakthrough isn't proof that I'm behind. Maybe it's proof the breakthrough happens and mine is still coming. Maybe that's the proof. What's funny is 48 hours later, I'm actually excited. Like really excited, truly. Because instead of waiting for somebody else to hand me an opportunity, I'm finally building the one that I've been talking about for years. I'm adding IV therapy, which I absolutely love and I'm super excited about it. I'm growing the concierge practice. I'm building something that is truly mine. And honestly, I don't know if I would have had the courage to go all in if I had gotten that other job opportunity. So there's this saying, rejection is God's protection. I don't think that means that rejection doesn't hurt because it frickin' does. I don't think it means disappointment magically disappears because it doesn't. I think sometimes God closes the door we were staring at because he needs us to finally notice the one we were supposed to build ourselves. So, hear me out. If you're sitting in disappointment today, can I just tell you something? Have your freaking pity party. No, seriously. Cry, be annoyed, eat the cookie, go for the walk, vent to your best friend or me. Feel it. Just don't build a house there. Like don't set up shop there. Because eventually you've got to stand back up, dust yourself off, look around and ask, okay, now what am I supposed to build? Because businesses don't usually fail because they hit one pothole. People stop driving and I don't want that for you. Like, don't stop driving. Just keep on going. Hit the pothole, keep on going. And guess what? I don't want that for you. I don't want you to hit the pothole and stop. I want you to just persevere, man. Persevere. Do it for me. Do it for yourself. Do it for everyone that you are doing it for. What future are you grieving? that might actually be making room for something even better. So until next week, protect your peace. Take the leap. Remember that sometimes everything has to come crashing down before you can rebuild. Sign your own permission slip. And if life tells you not yet, keep building anyways. All right, guys, I will meet you right back here next week for another cup of coffee, a little chaos, and another chance to connect the dots. And as always, live your best life. Bye.